And now the starting lineup for your Trinity College Conn Chargers. In midfield, the senior from Sudbury, Massachusetts, number 1, Luke Drenter. On defense, the senior from Newton, Massachusetts, number 6, Chris Weitzel. In midfield, the senior from Wellesley, Massachusetts, number 9, Emmett Lai. On attack, the first year from Hyannis, Massachusetts, number 10, Garrett Salite. On attack, the first year from Milton, Massachusetts, number 16, Luke Allen. In midfield, the senior from Hingham, Massachusetts, number 23, John Sula. On defense, the junior from Caston, Vermont, number 28, Kyle Goodwin. On defense, the sophomore from Conn, California, number 34, Luke Foster. On attack, the senior from Blenheimtown, New York, number 44, Walker Popko. In goal for Union, a junior from Madison, Connecticut, number 5, Nick Lynch. The head coach of Union in 7 seasons is Derek Williford. He's assisted by Kieran McGovern.
Hello and welcome to Schenectady, New York. I'm Connor Collette, here to take you through this non-conference matchup between Trinity Lacrosse and the Union College Garnet Chargers. First face-off is won via a procedure for Trinity. And they will quickly take the offensive side. Beautiful day here in Schenectady, the third straight in the high 60s, low 70s. Felt a little bit, few raindrops on my way over here, so we'll see if that affects the game. First shot comes from the low wing, high and wide. Shot came from number 4, Jay Otomanelli, the senior midfielder from Garden City, New York. So we'll see if the weather holds out, but either way, a beautiful day for this time of year. Except this weekend, when Union plays about to go right back down into the 30s, so better love it while it lasts. Ball out of bounds on the far sideline, picked up by Union. D-Mitty looking to take a chance. Sorry, that's nope, that was Jack Lucy, the junior midfielder. Really short stick D-Mitty. Feet to the inside, they're beating them on the sub. Right-handed shot goes wide right. May have even taken a piece of the cage. That was Mac McGovern. Popko up the sideline, comes to Emmett Lime, who's been playing midfield lately. He's on the first line today. Passes back to Popko, goes to his left hand, feed inside, shot, goal. Union starts it out. Number 10, Garrett Salite, the first-year midfielder, making an impact early. Union 1-0. Just a minute 18 into the game. Union started off the season 0-5 before correcting versus Muhlenberg just a few days ago, last Saturday. But 4 out of those first 5 losses were by less than 2 goals. Just couldn't seem to get it finished. They've shaken things up on the offensive side of the field quite a bit. Have had a couple first years making an impact. Salit's been one of those. Now he's working on the attack line and putting some goals down there. I mentioned earlier, Lime going up to midfield, so mix up of those lines brought a little bit of spark to the Union offense, as now the defense gets a quick turnover. This has been a more consistent Union throughout the year. They get a quick turnover, and it'll go back Union's way, looking for their second goal. Clear started out with a short stick D midi on the end line. That was Roycroft. Roycroft gets it over to his D, and it will be Culkins who carries or gets the pass over the midfield line for Union. That last win versus Muhlenberg coming 12-5, a pretty dominant showing from the Garnett Chargers. Topping their scoring sheet is Walker Popko, and he's had a couple big games that really helped him up there. I mean, 7 in the first certainly helps, even though that was a loss. Good double team by Trinity, takes away the ball. Still a heavily contested ground ball, now picked up by number 21, Carter Barford, the senior defenseman. Quick clear for Trinity, trying to get, I guess they got a good offensive set going the first time. Took a shot, maybe not a great shot, and then turned it over. Their second possession was pretty much an instant turnover. Looking to see if they can improve here, trying to target the D midi, dodge down the left alley, takes the shot. That was very low angle. Looked like Lynch tracked it all the way, went wide left, and it's going to be chased down by Union. Same spot, Lucy in the corner, picking up the ball. Easy clear over the midfield line. This time it finds Lagenhagen. Lagenhagen having his first collegiate goal last game. Midfield unit, still going to be Lime, Mackay Taylor, and I didn't catch the third midfielder coming on. Dodge down the right alley, has time and space, catches a late triple team, hangs a stick a little bit, and the Trinity defenders take advantage. Shot goes high and wide, chased down by Union in the corner. That's Salit. First goal scorer of the day, looking to take advantage of his pole. That's Blalik. Long pass up to an open Union midfielder. Shot rings off the pipe. That was McGovern. Wide open. Just about 12 yards out and transition the other way as the rain begins. Trinity ties it up 1-1. I believe that was number 2, Bo Page, the junior attack. I'll get some confirmation in a second. But the rain is coming down now, as I maybe predicted. I felt one drop on my way to the booth. It will be Bo Page. Third leading scorer on this Trinity team. This team a little bit less experienced so far this season. Trinity just 1-1, a win over Williams, who Union had a tight game with, led through through half, but had a tough third quarter and couldn't bounce back. Trinity beat them by 2 and lost to Bates by 6. But as in the NESCAC, they started a little bit later in their season, so haven't had as many games to test themselves. But Bo Page getting into, actually now tied for the top scoring spot at 4 goals apiece with Miles Harvey. Very spread out possession as Trinity starts up, working against the short stick D midfielder, dodged down the right alley. Shot across his body, tried to find that bottom left corner, but bounced wide. That was Jake Connors, the senior midfielder. Open shooter from 15, low to low, saved Lynch. Another good ground ball. I think that was Lucy again. He's done a great job earning some possessions in that far corner, but his clear didn't hit the mark, was intended for Charlie Cantaros, sophomore long stick midfielder from Auburndale, Mass. Dodge to the left hand. Slips a little bit. Turf might be getting a bit wet. Dodge from X against the short stick leads to a perfectly spotted shot saved again by Lynch. Lynch, couple big saves on this possession. The ball bounced all the way back past the midfield line and ends up in a Trinity stick. We're going to have a timeout, Trinity, as they talk over, trying to get the lead in this 1-1 tied game. 9:14 remaining in the first as the rain begins to fall. Back out of the Trinity timeout. We'll see what they drew up to try to get the game-leading goal. Currently 6 shots for Trinity, 4 for Union. Trinity squandered their first few possessions, but seem to be taking care of the ball a little bit better now. Trying to isolate the shorty at X. Gets around to the far wing. Now up through the top. Finds a shot at 15 yards. Gets nailed for it. Goes wide right. Don't necessarily know where that signal came for Union. I didn't even see a Union player chase it. Maybe it just went out of bounds so quick that when it went out, the Union player was closest. Maybe even the goaltender, Lynch. Going to be Lucy again. He'll draw a flag, a big one-handed hack near the midfield line. Classic saying. I mean, don't think those have ever resulted in a turnover and probably a million flags. Dodge down the goal line, extended, intercepted by the Trinity goaltender. Number 24, Davis Ike, the senior from Allentown, Pennsylvania, gets in the way of that one to start the Union man up. Kill the free play for the Garnet Chargers. Your man up unit for Union. It's going to be Colkins, Salit, Powers, Lime, Allen, and Popko. 2 freshmen on this unit. It's pretty impressive for Union. Out behind, gets up to Popko. Popko across and around for Union. Now with Colkins in the corner, back to Powers, back to Colkins. He shoots. Gets the corner, caught the goalie looking, thought that one went wide. Union scores quick on the man up, 2-1. With the goal coming from Hayden Colkins, first-year tack from Denver, Colorado. I mean, you think you can see that as not the goal. The goal is obviously a positive thing, but how many freshmen are in the unit? Maybe both see that as a positive and everything. Obviously, Union having to shake things up and find a little bit more offense after not the most successful start to the season, but definitely shows a promising future for Union having 3 first years on that unit. Colkins being one of them and getting that goal. Trinity on the clear, successful up the far sideline. Critical mistake last time on the Trinity ride, throwing that wraparound trek. Leads to a Union goal. Trinity's going to take care of the ball now, currently in the stick of Miles Harvey. He was the leading goal scorer for Trinity going into this game. Now he'll set a pick for his teammate, Connors. Connors down the left alley, tries to make a pass behind, misses its mark. Kind of seems like the wet is having a little bit of effect here now. Trinity player thrown out of bounds. That was Ben Wong, the 5'7" attackman, getting bodied by his much larger counterpart on Union. Now, Union player bodied out of bounds. Seems like he got that pass off into the corner to Salid, and Salid's able to hold on to it, but briefly, as it's sent the other way, a good job by number 44, Blalock, the junior D from Alexandria, Virginia, staying on that play and forcing another turnover from Union. Trinity back to offense, looking for the game-tying goal. Still got a 2-point lead in shots, or a 2-shot lead in shots. Just under 7 minutes to play in the first. Union looks like they're trying to settle in. Looks like they're playing a zone here. They will be. Throwing a little bit of a curveball at the Trinity offense, seeing how they react. He's going to take a wide shot from a low angle. Don't love that take. Wide into the corner. Trinity will chase. Sticking with his zone. Union sitting in just a 3-3, burying one of their short sticks, not letting Trinity take advantage of any one guy. Trinity hasn't tried to dodge it yet, just trying to move the ball around. And a bad pass over and back, Union ball. Don't know if that's a sign that the zone worked. I mean, I think it made Trinity make more passes than they were in their offense before, which caused the mistake. Certainly didn't look like Trinity knew exactly what to do against that defense. Stalled them a bit. Either way, Union earns a possession. We'll see Lime, Taylor, and I want to say Powers take the field, but I can't see that number on the far side. No, that's going to be McGovern. Taylor down the right alley, catches a slide, but has nowhere to go with the ball. Now Salid has one for Union. Goes down goal line extended, passes it to his teammate, turns into a bounce pass, but still successful. Sweep dodge over the middle, draws a slide, tries to get rid of it, but Makai Taylor's hounded. Great defense. Again, we've mentioned his name a couple times. That's McKinn Blalock, the senior midfielder. Double team behind. Great check. Gets caught up in the pads or the stick of Lime. But a huge showing on defense there for Trinity. Couple great plays, good slides to make Union keep moving the ball, and it ends with a big check. Both teams will sub with some leisure. Trinity gets their offensive on the field. Down the left alley, no slide comes. Takes a good shot, went bottom right with that, but an even better save from Nick Lynch. Lynch popped it right up into the stick of his teammate, Kyle Goodwin, the junior defender, who takes it down over the midfield line. Now Union will set up their offense. New unit on. Powers comes on the field. Union looking to move quickly. With numbers, Popko shot wide. Had a lot of space, even faked out the defenseman. I think if he feinted that shot and stepped in, could have been an easy goal. Both teams still subbing. Now Calkins comes on the field for Union. Pass to Calkins on the inside. Bouncer. Didn't look like he got the control that he wanted. Picked up behind by Union. Starting up top with Powers. Powers down to his left hand. Rips one. Save. Ground ball, number 21, Carter Barford. Senior D from Rye, New York. But a turnover will place it right back into the stick of Powers. They're going to make him wait a little bit. Wanted to start quick. Don't think either team really needs to sub. Don't think anyone got off the field. Culkin's using a pick of Powers. Drops it right back to him. Shot bounces out right in front of the Trinity bench. Going to be picked up by Popko as he tries to find a ball. Hidden on the sideline. Doesn't like that one. He's going to go back to the egg basket. Doesn't like the second either. Finally finds one and will enter back in around the 15-yard line. Mike Wall on the field for the first time today. Pass back to Powers, over to Popko. Popko playing very high for an attackman. Feed to the far wing. That shot wide open, misses. That was Wall, the aforementioned. Great look for Union, but haven't gotten a ton of shots on net. Despite being able to seemingly find quite a few nice ones. Powers has the short stick down the alley to his right hand. Draws a slide, slips, ball's on the ground. I think the Union sideline wanted a loose ball push there. Ends up in a Trinity stick. Definitely seems like the freshly wet field is affecting these players. I think possibly Trinity was off sides. I didn't see it myself. I'm also kind of blocked on that midfield view, switching from one window to the other. Either way, Union ball in the stick of Nick Lynch. Good break for the Garnett Chargers. But as I was saying, I definitely think the wet turf is affecting. I think partially, too, is you didn't get to warm up with a wet turf, with a wet stick, and starts on a few plays into the game. Takes a little while to get used to. It's going to be the Lime and Taylor line. Taylor takes a shot, stings the top left corner. Beating Barford, extending the lead to 2. 2:10 left in the first. Just talking about how Union was getting a lot of good shots, couldn't necessarily put them on net. I don't think that was as good of a shot as they had a lot of attempts at, but Mackay Taylor made it worth it and placed it pretty much as good as you can. Over 2 sticks, no less. Union back in the lead in shots as they had a couple dominant offensive possessions, getting shots off. Didn't put a lot of them on the cage, but that one comes in big for Mackay Taylor. Face-off won the direction of Trinity, and the ground ball will go their ways too, but they quickly just throw it away. He had nowhere to go with the ball. Luke Tranter for Union's done a great job so far this year. Trinity has also done a good job. I mean, over 60 at 63% on the face-off for Trinity College. Union's Tranter is at 54. I think he's done a great job too in games when he's not necessarily winning the clamp, of just doing a good job fighting, creating ground balls, making opportunities for his wing, for Sula to get in there and steal some possessions, even if he necessarily can't win them cleanly. McGovern goes to his right hand, draws 2, a kind of lazy slide from Trinity. Over to Taylor, now has the short stick. Shot bounces wide. Taylor kind of just backing down his guys, getting within that 14, 13-yard range and trying to find a shot through traffic. It's what worked for him last time. Now Lime down goal line, extended, dives in the crease. Ball, I don't even know where it ended up. Bounced out to the end line. Quick clear for Trinity. No real man advantage as Union gets in first, but Mackay Taylor is going to be briefly stuck on defense. Trinity won't try to take advantage of him. They'll just sub their own. A ball that for surely should have been a turnover gets saved by a Trinity sub. That was number 14, Andrew Finn, coming over the midfield line to prevent an over and back at the perfect time. As Trinity went into their offense way too fast. That should have been a turnover. They tried to feed without even having all their guys on the field. Union goes quick the other way. Shot wide, and it's going to be a man up for Union. That was Jack Roycroft, the first-year midfielder He went end to end, took a shot, and took a push in the back as well. Starts up the second man up of the day for Union. They scored very quickly on their first. I believe it was a Culkin shot. From top right of the goaltender. Sorry, I think I might have called him Barford earlier. It's Ike. Ike quickly gets a hold of this one. And will try to start up a slow clear. Gets over to Blalock. Back to Ike. Ike up to a midfielder. That's Miles. Harvey gets it over. Looking to shoot before half. He won't. Just holding the ball in the corner, not taking any risks. And they'll probably hold it until the end of the next penalty. 3-1 in favor of Union. Still a 27-second penalty remaining on Trinity in the second quarter. We'll be back in a few minutes. Out of the quarter end, Trinity keeping possession because of the penalty. Going to be a double team here for Union. You got two poles on the Trinity player. Running it for Trinity is going to be Jake Connors, the senior midfielder. He's going to go up against Chris Weitzel, the senior defenseman for Union. Can't see the other defender's number, but they're going to try to trap him in this corner as he goes behind. Weitzel gets a good push, trying to get him out on the end line, but gets around Weitzel, and now he'll be pretty much home free to kill the penalty. Only 16 seconds remaining. I'd be surprised if Union even goes for another chance on this. Seems like Union will just settle up. 3 seconds left. Coming in from the box is number 51. He'll take control of the ball. Union defenders in, back to 6-on-6 play. Dodge down the right alley. Takes a interesting shot while being pushed. Good defense from Roycroft, giving a nice push as that shot was coming out. It was low angle in the right hand. Picked up in the corner by Trinity. Around the back of the net, beats his defender. Now high pass to Miles. Save. Nick Lynch has been amazing so far this game. I mean, he's been great in pretty much every game he's played. Some of them he hasn't been tested as much as. Now Nick Lynch, as I'm singing his praises, a difficult pass to the inside, goes away at Trinity. They take a shot while he's not in. And Lynch knows it. think you can almost call that play a net zero. Lynch maybe gives up a goal, but he made an amazing save to stop a goal, so pretty much net even, 3-2 in favor of Union. Certainly, see, that's kind of maybe where that effect comes in as well. We were talking about the wet weather, but they didn't get to warm up within the wet weather. That was Lynch's first pass with a wet stick today. Maybe didn't know how it was going to come out, came out a little bit low, and ends up in the stick of Trinity. And good on Trinity for making a quick play in transition. By the way, that goal came from, I believe, Bo Page. Might actually have to check that stat. Goes in the way of Union. From the pole, long shot. That was Popko trying to take a low bouncer into the net. Around his defender. I think he could have found an extra pass there with the extra man advantage, but I couldn't quite see the whole field. Now, offensive lineup in. It's going to be Lime. He has a short stick. He's going to work with Popko. Little two-man. Now sends across to Taylor. Another low pass. I mean, you can just tell how the weather's affecting these guys' sticks. When these passes, they're a little extra whippy. It's gripping the ball too much. Comes out a little bit low. Mesh is getting caught up. And just ball's ending up at the feet of their intended target. Sullivan on the midfield unit for Trinity. Goes through Miles Harvey. Now out back with Bowen. Bowen has a short stick and try to take advantage of it behind. It's Lucy. Lucy's had a great game so far today. Draws the slide. Union has to reset. They will. Long 15-yard shot is a good save for Nick Lynch. This time he'll just give it to his defender. Union in transition has an extra man. Now they lose that advantage, but a quick dodge from Popko. Left-handed shot sweeping across at about 10 yards. Beats his opponent 4-2 Union. And that'll be his 20th of the season. He's been by far Union's main offensive outlet. Next person is Emmett Lime with 10 coming into today. I don't believe he has one today, so at 10. And then in third, you got Brennan Powers. And fourth, you got Garrett Salite, the first year. Trinity wins the face-off. Ball goes around, and they'll just settle up until they got the right personnel. Short stick from D-Midi comes on for Union. It's Lucy. Lucy doing a good job defending. Now as a two-man, jumps on that pick. Love to see that happening when they're dodging away from the cage. It's just an opportunity for a turnover where really Trinity can't do much. Now trying to take advantage of the other short stick. This one, Roycroft, has him behind the cage, changes direction. That dodger was Bowen. Now this is Connors. Connors against Lucy. Lucy doing a good job putting him down the alley. But a couple too many changes direction. Union doesn't come with a slide. Gets his right hand free and sneaks one past Nick Lynch. I like to see Union. I mean, I think Lucy was doing a decent job keeping him down the alley, but when you have those couple changes of direction, it gets tough to keep your positioning. But also, it makes it a lot easier for a slide. If you're a Union, he turns his head, you come from behind, quick double team can be an easy turnover for the Garnet Chargers. Instead, Lucy gets beat, and it's a goal for Trinity, bringing this game back within one, 4-3 in favor of the Garnet Chargers. Some big contact on the face-off. Ground ball goes in favor of Trinity. It's number 11. Fritz Richette, the junior midfielder. gets the goal. Sorry, not the goal, the ground ball. I don't know what I'm talking about. I was too busy trying to read that name. Trinity now with their 6 offensive players on the field. Low angle shot saved off the foot. Of Lynch. I mean, another great Lynch save. Doesn't even get his stick down there. Just turns his foot sideways and blocks that one. Up to Sula. Sula dumps it off in the box to Josh Robertson. I think it's the first time we've seen him on the field today. Had a couple goals as a second liner in that game versus last 2 home games. Ball bouncing near the far corner. Done a great job. Number 21. Barford able to keep it on sides. No over and back. Shot left hand. That one was going wide, but Nick Lynch will save it anyway. An easy one, stick side high for him. Heavy contact near the box. Expertly maneuvered through by Kyle Goodwin. Goodwin trying to work on offense now. Gets it on the crease. Shot wide. Gets laid out for it. Blalock not letting a long pole get a shot on his side of the field for a cheap price. Union keeps control of the ball. That's Culkins. Culkins draws a double. Backhanded pass to Powers. Powers trying to take advantage, gets it back to Culkins, but good job recovering so far by the Trinity defense. Powers takes it goal line extended, makes a great move, but misses the shot. Had the space to put that one almost anywhere he wanted to, but whipped it a little bit far left. Shot save. Great save by Ike. I mean, I've been singing the praises of Nick Lynch, but Ike's came up through with a couple good saves so far. Ball somehow makes it to Powers up top. I didn't even see where that one went. Long pass across to Robertson. Robertson had the chance for a shot, but that ball was a little bit outside of his catch and shoot range. To Culkins, low shot clock, trying to make a move quick. Feed across the middle of Popko. Popko can't hold on. Actually turned into, I think, a backhanded shot for Robertson. Great job, Ike, being able to track that one down, make sure it doesn't go in. Transition the other way. Shot on the outside, picked up by Nick Lynch. Save by the netting. Underhand pass finds Lucy. We got a back-and-forth game right now. Looks like Union will try to settle this time as the Trinity defense. Some kind of timeout. No signal. It will be a timeout Union as after a couple up and downs, couple turnovers each side, Union wants to calm down and find an offensive set. Currently with a 1-goal lead for the Garnett Chargers, 7:47 remains. Out of the timeout, we'll see what Union drew up to try to get it back to a 2-goal lead. Dodged down the left alley. That was McGovern. McGovern now finds some space. Shot wide right. It's good placement and a great move to split that double team. Tried to go off stick side hip, but ended up a little bit wide on that sidearm shot. Lime up top has a short stick. Lime goes to his left hand, quickly gets a switch between the two short stick defenders. Lime draws a couple, but the ball doesn't move fast enough and actually goes over the head of Salit and out of bounds. Seems like the rain might have passed us by. I can see sun to our right where it came from before. At least maybe just the last vestiges of it coming down at the moment. Trinity setting up. Offensive midfielders for this group will be Billy Gurney, Jake Connors, short stick defender for Union behind. I believe that's Roycroft. Double team split. Roycroft got beat. Lucy tried to double team, but just not enough body contact from either of those players. And it was an easy split and score for Trinity, tied at 4-4. That was number 30, Conley Bowen, the senior midfielder from Concord, New Hampshire, gets it done to tie it up. 6:23 remain in the first half. Union with their chance to retake the lead. It's Hayden Culkins. He has a short stick matchup. Going to his right hand. Great defense so far. Gets the defender to slip. Don't really think that was much of Culkins' work. Maybe the wet turf. Dodge down the alley. Double team. Stripped. Popko maybe being a little bit too aggressive. Trinity's gotten a couple strips today on over-aggressive Union players. Good double teams and checks by the Trinity defense. And there, Popko tries to split the double. Quickly gets taken advantage of, and it's Trinity ball. But then Trinity decides, hey, why not give it right back to Union on the other side of the field. Nick Lynch gets one to his D midfielder, now over to Lucy. Lucy looks like he'll carry it over and maybe settle up on the offensive end for Union. Offensive unit for Union will be the McGovern-Taylor Lime line. Lime line. Maybe I should say his name first. Lime with a short stick. On the wing, off to McGovern. McGovern sweeps, draws two, around to Taylor. Taylor takes a rip. Goes over the top. No shot clock reset. McGovern now going to start up again. Did a good job of drawing a double on the last dodge. Doesn't draw two this time. Shot. Deflects off the stick of Ike and out of bounds in front of the Union bench. Refs briefly talked about if that was a goal or not. I thought it just took a weird bounce in the stick of Ike. Not in the net. Didn't hear any ringing here either. Out to Taylor. He shoots one again. This time deflected by Ike straight up in front of the crease. Ground ball Union, but he's chased down by Ike, who gets a turnover. The timeout was awarded. A great timeout. Saves Union a possession. They'll take another one to talk this over. Still trying to take the lead. 4:16 left in the first. Out of the timeout, Union looking to take back the lead. New offensive unit, and that was just Robertson sent it over to Popko. Popko, low-to-low shot, went wide, collected by Union in the corner. This unit is going to be Culkins, Robertson, and I think maybe Powers. Yeah, it will be Powers. Culkins dodges, doesn't fully draw two, got pushed off balance. Good defense by the short stick D midfielder. Now Robertson goes to his left hand, briefly has two, but sends a pass well over the head of its intended target in Powers. It's going to be over and back. Now the ball goes to Trinity. Trinity jumbling up all their players on the far side. Get one open. Shot. Save Lynch. Quick clear. Trying to find transition, but I think Trinity got it back in quick enough. Good roll dodge. Shot. Going to call that a save. It looks like it was going wide of the net from my angle, but went off the stick of Ike. Now Ike carrying it up after a good ground ball by his defensive teammate. Right back to the stick of Trinity on the offensive end. Just under 2:30 remaining. Trinity looking to take their first lead of the day. A lot of off-ball movement for Trinity. A lot of action on the crease. That shot from the hip was saved by Lynch. Whistle keeps it in Lynch's stick. Out to the far side. Good ride. Deflects the ball out of the stick of Weitzel. Back to Lynch. Going to take some time here, but Makai Taylor passes it over. Pass is dropped. Trying to be aggressive on the ball. Push in the back. Coming against number 5. Colin Sullivan, the junior midfielder from Westboro, Mass. should be just a standard person in the back. Wasn't. Yeah, just a 30-second. And that'll give Union their third man up of the day. Their first man up came with a quick goal from Culkins on an outside shot. Their second one was pretty much an instant turnover. And we'll see how their third one will go. This time only 30 seconds. Around to Powers. Powers shot bottom right. Hits its mark. Brendan Powers takes back the lead for Union. Face-off win. Union in transition. Gets it to the far side. Amazing save from Ike. I've been singing the praises of Nick Lynch all day, but that's the best save of the day. Coming from Davis Ike, the senior goalkeeper. Doesn't matter. Goes right back the other way. Union College in transition. It'll be Matt McKenzie. Finishes off the play. With that, Union in a 2-goal lead, just under a minute to play in the half. Trinity has not led yet today. They have led in face-off wins. I don't know the specific stat on that, but Trinity's done a great job of buying some extra possessions. Trinity trying to make a play on offense to get back in this one before half. Good feed around the cage. Shot goes high and wide past Nick Lynch. Now a dodge on the far wing. Around through the top. Shot from Harvey. Bounces wide with a low clock, now just 7.8. Looking for a feed inside. Looks for Harvey again. Misses his mark, and with 3.5, that'll take us into halftime. Union will hold on to their 2-goal lead. I mean, we'll see if they take a huck at it right here. Kind of a hockey play, get in front. See if you can get a good bounce or deflection. Goes high and wide, and that will end our first half. Union holds on to a 2-goal lead, 6-4. We'll be back for the second. back out of the half. Union holding a 2-goal lead. Trinity hasn't led yet in this game. They win the first faceoff, looking to bring it back within 1. Pretty cleanly cleared and get over the midfield line. Union quickly double teams. They try to take advantage by going back to Harvey. Harvey can't handle the pass. Eventually picks it up off the floor. It looks like things have, I don't want to say they've dried out too much, but the rain certainly stopped before half. Maybe I'm just saying that because the droplets on my glass have disappeared, but I'm sure it's a little bit drier out there. Certainly than it was while it was raining. Turnover, Union on the clear. It's going to be Lucy. Lucy has to go back to Lynch. Lynch around to Widlet. Sorry, not Widlets. That's women's lacrosse. Weitzel. Sula carries it over, but again, Union can't connect. It feels like this game should be, I mean, honestly, both teams have had the same woes of just having a few bad passes. Breaking up their play. Trinity back on offense, looking to get within 1. Offensive unit's going to be Harvey. He's the leading scorer for Trinity coming into this game, and we haven't seen too much from him. He had 2 attempts there at the end, right before the end of half. Couldn't get him down. He'll be working with Finn and Ottamanelli. Shot stings the top left corner. Found a good spot. About 10 yards up, 5 yards out. Boxes player in and got enough space to shoot it. That's the second in the game for Conley Bowen, the sophomore out of Concord, New Hampshire. Face off, tightly contested. Not even totally sure who won that. Clamp. Stick gets checked out of the hand of the Trinity player. Picked up by the Trinity defense. That's number 66, Ethan Lung. Quite a high number for Lacrosse. But another bad pass, as I talked about how it was an issue for Union, and then I almost corrected myself and said it's just been an issue for both teams. Maybe a bit of a force there, too, for Trinity early on. Going to be Lime, Taylor, McGovern. McGovern draws a double back to Taylor, whips around a Lime, shot wide right. Not the greatest angle. A diving chase down is rewarded to Union. I believe that was Allen picking it up on the end line. I haven't seen too much from him today. Taylor and Popko going a 2-man game. Popko gets double teamed. A great check on the bottom hand creates a turnover. It's going to be a 4-on-3 going the other way for Trinity. Shot from the point, bounces wide right. Was aiming for that bottom corner. Not totally sure what defenseman it was on Trinity, as Trinity gets their first flag, or Union gets their first flag going in Trinity's favor. Shot, save, Lynch bounces away, picked up. Union will start the man-up opportunity. It was a great check on Popko on that double team. That looked like a planned double team against Popko in that upwards pick situation. That's really where I like it. I mean, they were so far from the net, it's tough to make a play if you're Union, even if you beat the double team. It pretty much just turned into a net zero for Union, but it's a great opportunity to get turnover for Trinity. And there it worked out as a check against Popko, made him throw a bad pass, transition the other way. No goal, but creates this man-up opportunity. It's going to be Weitzel for interference. I didn't actually see the penalty, but there's been a lot of motion on the inside on the crease for Trinity, so could have definitely got caught up with those players. Around to Harvey. Now the motion starts. No one open yet. Maybe on that back door if they can find the skip. Now they're looking for it. Oh, I think they have it if they go. Found the feed to the crease. Wide open shot from about 7 yards. Went wide. A lot of low sidearm shots in these close destinations. Seems to be making him miss the cage a lot more. Bouncer trying to look for the bottom right as the penalty releases. Union successfully gets the kill. Trinity will keep possession with 30 seconds left on the shot clock, but they'll sub out their man-up unit for a different midfield. Certainly still a lot of time to tie this one back up. Currently 6-5 in favor of the Garnet Chargers. They've led the whole way, but we've gotten tied a couple different numbers. I believe 1 and 4. Swim dodge from Harvey. Again, haven't seen much from him today. Now Harvey goes down the right alley. Makes Sula switch onto him. Low clock. They're behind the net. Pretty much nothing they can do here. Shot clock violation. Union College ball. Powers finds space in the middle. Left-handed shot goes top right. Second of the day for Powers. Go up 7-5. Just under 10 minutes remaining in the third.
Union College goal with second of the game. Score number 25, Brendan Powers.
An absolute crease crank on Nick Lynch's saved. Ball is whistled in favor of Trinity, but oh my God. Been talking about how good he's been today. And there he makes a huge one on a pole, looking to cause some damage. Out back as Trinity looks to get this game a little bit closer. It's a 2-goal lead for Union. They haven't gone above 2 today. Shot save Lynch. Union playing aggressive on the ball. It's a full shot clock. Double team. Trinity escapes. They'll dodge quickly. Runs into another double team. This is, I think, the best I've seen Union defense play in a little while. Maybe working off that Nick Lynch energy. And I think Weitzel deflects the ball there. Creates a turnover. Maybe didn't deflect it. Just bounced out. Quick clear for Union College, and they're back on the offensive end, looking to extend their lead to 3. Powers looking for the hat trick. Has the short stick matchup. Goes behind Sleet. Move and pick. Sula subs on, sprints back inside as they have a man advantage if they work fast. They won't. We'll be back to 6-on-6. Trinity will wait to get their offensive players on. Another dropped pass. Picked up by Trinity. Shot, score. Union defense caught swinging their sticks a little bit. Really wanted that ground ball. Give up their body position. Turns on to a pretty easy shot and score after a good ground ball. All by Colin Sullivan, the junior. Brings the game back within one. Union seems like when they get to this, had all the momentum there, but they got to that 2-goal lead ceiling and just let up one on the other side. Back to the face-off. Got a new pole for Union. It's Owen Faldy. Don't know if I've seen him yet today. Faldy will pick it up off the face-off violation. Fakes a handoff. That was offsides by Union. Pretty blatantly. Don't know why. I think that was, I guess, McGovern. Maybe that was Matt McKenzie. Can't quite tell. One of the players in the defensive end for Union went over as they were double pulling the face. Two-man game. Big collision on the pick. Both players hit the ground. Sula with the slide. Allows a good shot, but no backup. Chased down by Nick Lynch. They should give him a turnover for that. Anytime a goalie gets a chase down, I think they should get a college turnover on their stat sheet. Such a big play. Good swim move by Mackay Taylor. Gets him the clear. Just under 6:20 remaining in the third quarter. 1-goal lead for Union. They haven't gone above 2 so far yet today. Now Salit turns and scores. Way overplayed by his defenseman. He'll get his second of the day. Face-off by a violation goes in favor of Union. They're running 2 poles to the face now and have won the last 2 face-offs, both by violation, but maybe it's that intimidation of the 2 poles on each wing that is helping create those wins. Just under 6 minutes in the third. Union offensive unit will be that first line of Lime, Taylor, and McGovern. Lime draws 2. Has to turn around. McGovern's going to get his go. Has a short stick. Decides against the shot. Union's doing a lot with these big sweeping dodges. Trying to find some space and then feed down to the inside. Salit, maybe feeling the hot hand, takes a go at his defenseman. Finds a little bit of space. Takes a turnaround shot towards the top left corner, but misses a good foot to the left. Lime kind of just lobs one up directly between two of his teammates. Now McGovern down the right alley, a good check. I will say, I think the Trinity defense has certainly had some lapses and some defensive woes, but they've done a good job of double teaming when they should and throwing checks on the bottom hands of Union players, creating a few turnovers. Sometimes maybe that aggression's led to some overplaying, like that last Salit time. Overplayed the stick, was an easy roll for Salit and finish. Now Union creates a turnover of their own on the other end. Can't tell if that was just a dropped pass or it was checked out of the stick of a Trinity player. Trinity gets the ground ball and will settle back up. 40 on the shot clock. Up to Harvey. Around to Gurney. Harvey takes a hard shot. Tries to find that top right corner, but ends up wide. Maybe a little high. Feet on a cutter around the back of the cage. Shot. Again, looking for that top corner. Top right corner. That one was taken by Otto Manelli. Trying to take advantage of Lucy behind. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Has to shoot now. Passes it off. And they throw the ball behind the cage. This is some interesting play on low shot clock. That's twice where some reason with low shot clock time, Trinity goes behind the cage with the ball. Which obviously, I mean, I think even if you don't know lacrosse, is pretty much the worst decision. At least you can take a last second shot if you're in front, give it a chance to go, or at least roll into the corner, but Trinity's just throwing it behind and dropping it. I actually realized Union was trying to throw their hands in the air for a penalty. I think they wanted to delay a game because the Trinity player rolled it back to the end line. Either way, Union turns it over on the clear, and Trinity will get a new full shot clock on this possession. They trail by 2. Shot rings the pipe. Might have been the crossbar. I couldn't even tell. Big collision. That looked... I didn't get a great view on that. I thought it was inadvertent. But both players went down to the ground pretty hard as Trinity picked up the ground ball. Shot from a low angle, underhand. Sails high over the net. 40 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Third straight possession after a couple of Union turnovers. Another shot from that near wing. They keep trying to go for that top right corner, but it seems like Lynch has it locked down well. Makes a good save there. Ball's to go back to Lynch. He's going to get jumped. Easy pass to Robertson coming from the box. Robertson plays it up to Powers. Trying to make use of the transition, but they will have the time, and they still don't. The defensive midfielder for Union tried to stay in to take advantage. But they'll make their subs. It's the Robertson line. Powers has 2 already. Sorry, maybe Powers has 3. Round to Salit. Now to Robertson. Robertson has a pole. He's not going to take his chances. It's going to be Allen. Allen hits the floor, and now he catches a double team. Trinity will recover. They won't stay on. But I think another well-timed double team by Trinity. Now Popko on the wing. Low shot clock. Popko slips. Shot goes wide. Picked up by Trinity. Still trail by 2. Just under 50 seconds in the third quarter. Looking to maybe put it back within 1 before this quarter ends. But no, they'll turn it right over to John Sula near midfield. Popko trying to make use of transition. Finds a player on the far side, but well recovered by Trinity. Salit doesn't have a chance. Both teams will substitute. Off comes Sula. On comes McGovern. They want the new line of midfielders on, but there's only 16 seconds. No time to sub. Third quarter. Lime comes in. Popko shot. No good. In the crease. He'll hold that until the end of the third quarter. Union ends the third with what they went in. 8-6. Or not 8-6, but 2-goal lead. Now 8-6 in favor of Union College. We'll be back for the fourth in just a minute. Trinity won the face-off but couldn't keep it from going out of bounds. Union will get the first possession of the fourth quarter, looking to extend their lead to 3, and they do. Big time shot from McGovern stings the top left corner. 9-6. Second face-off. Trinity wins the clamp. They'll get the ground ball as well. Trying to clear through their own defensive end. Ball briefly lost by Ike. Has to go a long overpass. Popko jumps it. But well played by the long pole. He'll carry it not over the 50. Oh, my God. Trinity's first possession of the fourth quarter. Looking to bite into the largest Union lead of the day of 3. Shot. Save, Nick Lynch. A big one from Harvey from 15, a bouncer. Lynch keeps it out again. Dodging against Matt McKenzie. Lynch tries to come out to body him, and it turns into an easy shot for Harvey. Certainly an interesting choice by Lynch. Especially just the way that dodge turned out. I think maybe he thought he was beat more than he was. To be fair, the short stick behind the cage was certainly beat, but the slide was coming for Union, and it would have been fine. Maybe just a little bit of a communication error there, as Lynch should have either been calling for that slide to come or known that slide was coming and known he could have stayed in net. But some great ball movement by Trinity to get that one up and out and in a place to put it in the empty net. Union ball off a whistle on the faceoff. Faldy picks up. He'll give it over to Taylor. We're back to this first midfield unit. Lime, Taylor, McGovern. Taylor's shot rings off the crossbar. Now Lime will give it a go. To his left hand, draws a pole. Can't take advantage of the slide. McGovern draws two. Shot. Double team for Trinity. Trying to go after Salit. No turnover, but Trinity recovers. No advantage had for Union. Popko getting hounded. Now Taylor draws two. Can't get rid of it. Taylor to his left, switches to his right, feed to Lime, or like went across to Popko. Now to Lime on the inside. Backhanded pass. Salit comes around. Turnaround shot. No good. Is that the crossbar and down? Trinity easily clears to the offensive end. Now just a 2-goal lead for Union, looking to take another bite into it. Both teams subbing on. It's going to be Lucy and Roycroft for your short stick D midfielders. And Sula for the LSM. 2-man game behind. Another bad pass for Trinity. Turns it right back over to Union. 11:02 in the fourth. Union trying to get back to 3. It's going to be maybe a little bit of different lineup. Powers and Calkins are going to be working with Mike Wall this time instead of Robertson. Powers dodged to his left. Drops one man. Trades one short stick for the other. Powers behind. Maybe a 2-man game with Allen here. Pulls out. Allen will dodge on his own. Up through Wall. Wall is the short stick. Sweeps across to his right hand, draws two, turns back. Heavily hounded by the long pole. Feed to the inside to Allen, misses its mark. Finds Calkins on the backside. Calkins up to Wall, over the outstretched stick of Mike Wall. And into the stick of Trinity. Goes back to Trinity's goalkeeper, Ike. Bodying up the near sideline. Interception by Union. He'll be out before he could get a backhanded toss in, but almost an incredible athletic play by Matt McKenzie. The rest are going to discuss here. Dodge down the right alley, draws a slide. Union will match back up. Shot goes 5-hole. Beats Nick Lynch to make it a 1-goal game. 9:27 remaining in the fourth. Colin Sullivan gets his second of the game. Union ball after Trinity pulled back within 1. It's going to be the first line midfielders trying to extend their lead. Taylor sweeping across the top. Has a small advantage on one man. Gets off the pass. They'll go all the way around the horn. Gets up. McGovern shot. What? Looks like nobody. I didn't know where the ball was. I thought it went wide. I was looking at the reaction of the rest of the players. Some kind of argument made by the goalie, Ike. Emmett Lime will get the goal. Trinity down by 2. Looking to come back. Shot from the wing. Goes. Completely screened by his own defenseman. Nick Lynch never saw that one. Faldy tried to jump up to take a piece of it, but Lynch just never got a good view. Shooting around the defenseman. And with just under 8 minutes left, we're back to a 1-goal game. Trainer coming back in to make a turnover. Ball out on Union on the end. Trinity ball with a chance to tie the game. 7:47 remain in the fourth. Trying to take advantage of the short stick behind. Turns the corner. Save! Nick Lynch. Off the helmet. Bounces down the end line. Chased down by Trinity. Short-handed pass. Misses its intended target. Going to be a race to the midfield line. Union doing a good job. White still tries to take it away. Back to the stick of Trinity. 40 seconds remain on the shot clock. Sula defending. Puts a few checks on, seeing if he can get a turnover. No luck. Now it's Harvey down to his right hand, trying to take a shot. Loses the ball. Great defense, Chris Weitzel. Contested ground ball. Looked like it was going the way of Trinity, but the player lost his stick before being able to scoop it up. But a big body from Harvey will not stop the transition opportunity. Shot Salit high over the net. Chased down by Union. A contested run out to the corner, but the refs will favor the white. Popko plays as Union subs. First line midfielders for Union. Lime, Taylor, McGovern. Taylor has a short stick, hands it off to Popko. Over to Lime. Line sweeping, draws two. Rolls back, they'll slow down. McGovern on the wing. Slips as he tries to initiate his dodge. Looked like he had an opportunity to find a shot over his defender. Popko to Lime, runs him right into a double team. Picked up by Ike in the crease. Did not like that play. Led his teammate right into a double team. Popko tries to make a play at the midfield, but successful clear for Trinity. 1 goal lead for Union. Trinity looking to tie it back up. Hasn't led at all today. Long dodge against the short stick midfielder. Catches the double team. Union has to rotate all the way around. Long shot goes wide. Did not love that. I think you could have found an extra pass, maybe gotten a better shot, but that was a decent opportunity from maybe about 15. Has a short stick. Lucy doing a great job. Only 20 remain on the shot clock. Might be the last play for Trinity. Roll, double team Union, splits it. Does a great job holding on to the ball. Now runs right into another double team. Just because you survive one doesn't mean you can survive two. And a turnover for Trinity. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the game. Union looking to extend their lead. They have to clear the ball first. On the far sideline, diving check from the riding attackman. Does not prevent him from getting over the midfield line. Down to Salit. Salit takes a roundabout check. Saw one of those go as a slash earlier. That one doesn't. Second line midfielders slowly sub on. It's going to be Culkins, Wall, and Powers. Powers has a big game so far today. Looking for a little more. Culkins instantly draws two. But Powers gets the pull to roll around onto him. They've done a good job of making the Trinity defense move, but Trinity has done a great job of double teaming and putting pressure on their hands so they can't take advantage of it. Long pass through to Powers. Don't love that play by Powers. Basically negated the skip pass by going right back towards where the ball came from. And obviously a short-handed pass to the off-stick side hip of Popko isn't what you're looking for. A turnover for Union. Both these teams have struggled turning over the ball today. I think more of Union's have been forced as Trinity's been putting great checks on their hands. But both teams have struggled a little bit with throwing and catching. Part of that has been we had that rain in the first quarter. Certainly had an effect on everybody's sticks. Matt McKenzie defending. Union's got to match up. Shot comes low to low. Gets past Nick Lynch. 3:09. That was Connor Sullivan's, I believe, his third of the game. Off the face-off, Union with 2 pulls. Tranter contesting. Both of the face-off men slide out. Picked up by Union's pull, checked away by Trinity. These have been some hard-fought face-offs. Trainer's done a great job of, despite not winning the clamp, creating some ground ball opportunities. And a hard-fought win there for Union. Both sides had a chance. First midfield unit, Lime, Taylor, McGovern. Lime's going to start it off first the long pole. Uses a pick from McGovern. Has space on the inside. Right-handed shot goes wide. Got hit, has it happen. Found a little bit of space. Got off that right-handed hip shot. Long pole harassing Salip behind. Has to get around to McGovern. McGovern has the short stick. He's running a 2-man. That's giving Trinity an easy slide guy. Union so far hasn't been able to move the ball well enough off the slide to try to take advantage of those numbers. Give some credit to the Trinity checking to prevent that. McGovern and Popko trying to work together. McGovern takes a long turnaround shot against the short stick D-Mitty. Can't put it on net. 2 minutes remain in the game. 10-10. Dodging around the net from Allen. Haven't said too much about his name today. Now down to Taylor. Taylor around. McGovern shot. Deflected out front, I believe, so that won't be a reset shot clock. Couldn't really tell where. I saw a Union player try to dive out of the way. Maybe it took a hit off him. Taylor bodies up, loses the ball into Trinity's stick. Trinity on the clear. They find Harvey. They whistle for the shot clock being off by a few seconds. Maybe hurts Union a bit. They're just going to stay on the defensive side. Don't think it has much impact on the game, as I think that clear would have been good either way. Union will sit back in. They're back to their zone concept. We saw a flash of this earlier. And Trinity will just call a timeout, and I would expect Union to move right back out of the zone. We'll be back in just a second. 1:17 remaining in this game, tied 10-10. Out of the Trinity timeout. We'll say if Union stays in their zone, they threw it as a little bit of a curveball earlier. It led to a Trinity turnover. I don't know if that was really the zone's doing or just a bad Trinity pass, but maybe we'll see here if this zone is effective. They won't. I'll reserve my judgment for a second. Certainly looks. Trinity is confident holding the ball. They can, if they take a shot at the last second, there would still be time on the clock, just a few seconds. But looks like Trinity wants a last shot type of scenario here. Union is playing man-to-man, by the way. They dropped out of that zone. Or no, they're back in it. Just a little bit different type that they were running earlier. They were running a standard 3-3 earlier, and looks like they're falling back into that. Trinity shot, goal. Just dropped one in. Number 2. Bo Page, believe gets his 3rd of the day. .2 for Union to tie this one back up at 11. At the face-off, Trainer hasn't been able to win them cleanly, and I think Trinity's just happy tying it up. Trainer landed on it. No whistle. Heavily contested ground ball, and this might just kill the time. Long pass to the far end of the field, picked off by Union. They have 8 seconds. Have to move quick. Give it to Sula. 4, 3. A timeout. Looks like they got a timeout while Sula had it, but 3.3 is not much time to be able to shoot one. We'll see what Union comes up with. It will be 5 seconds, yeah, so they're going to say that timeout came when Sula had the ball, so 5 seconds. I mean, it's certainly an improvement over 3.3. I don't know how much more leniency it gives you. Does not much for a dodge, more of a catch and shoot. We'll be back in just a second to see the finale or possibly the continuance of this non-league match between Union College and Trinity. Out of the timeout. I'll try to get you numbers here. I'm not going to announce everyone who's on the field, but I will announce who's holding the ball and who's going to be cutting for it. Union's going to bunch up everybody on the far side of the field, hopefully get one cutter for a turn and shoot. It's going to be Makai Taylor with the ball on the near sideline. Players cutting across. Makai Taylor going over the middle. Shot, save! Big time save by Ike. Ends the game for Trinity 11-10 after trailing the whole day. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.